Hello everyone, JoshVerse back again, bringing you guys some more Elune, and today we're going to be playing some PvP. It is JoshVerse versus Rakan or Rakan, however you say his name or her name. So basically, I don't play too much PvP. I literally just do my 3 PvP matches per day, but I am up against a very strong team here. Now, their team comp is set up very well for defense because what they're doing is they're going to be starting with a turn 1 Miho, which is going to go ahead and debuff my entire team, which then sets up for the best tank in the game, Mika. And the reason why I say that is because Mika, with that combo, if you are somehow able to completely debuff an entire team and then put Mika in the front line, her evasion rate goes up 50% or more, depending on whatever her gear is and whatever, you know, her base evasion and stuff like that are already at. She is going to just completely evade most of your attacks for your entire team as long as they're able to keep your whole team debuffed. And here's something that's even worse. If you go to attack her and she evades, she then disables your skills for 2 turns. It's disgusting. Might be one of the more disgusting combos I've seen in PvP since I started playing. Again, I only play like 3 matches a day, usually on autopilot, so I really don't care about my ranking too much. Not at the moment. When I establish my team a little bit better, I'll probably try to climb a little bit more. But I just wanted to see how you guys would like a video where I'm doing PvP, especially this fight, because this fight actually goes down to the wire. I know some of you may skip ahead and see who wins or loses, but I'm telling you right now, it was such an epic finish. Win or lose, it was down to the absolute wire. You could not get any closer in a game than what I got in this game, so I had to make sure I uploaded it for all you. So, some of the kind of strategies that I'm using right now is I'm actually running Mika, of course. Myself, we are running Kang. Obviously, my King is still only a 5-star. I really need to get him up to 6-star at some point, but I need, I think, another 5 or 6 debuff seeds. A lot of them went into Mika, so I'm a little bit short-handed right now. So I'm just hoping that he can hang for a while because he can be killed pretty quickly if I'm going against a very strong AoE heavy team, which thankfully I'm not really doing, you know, I'm not really in that situation in this fight, thankfully. But nonetheless, this guy's team is still really good. He's got an Arson in the back as well, which could do some damage with his ultimate in PvP. A lot of people's like, oh man, Arson is so bad. Bro, in PvP, he's a beast. So, you know, don't sleep on the beast, all right? He is amazing. They're also running Freya. You know, God Healer herself just resets the fight. Are we playing against Destina with counterattack set? No. Close enough with Freya. And if you guys have ever played Epic 7, you know what I'm talking about. Or even Ruel of Life for that matter. Just thankfully she doesn't have any revives. Whew. But we also have Chloe. Chloe is kind of more new to the team here of late because I've replaced my Kai with Chloe because Chloe just, I'm sorry for all you Kai fans out there. I was a big Kai fan myself, but yeah, Chloe just kind of craps all over Kai in almost every way possible. And then we also have, of course, Elune, who finally replaced my Lulu. Thankfully, I was able to get rid of that fairy, that pixie, whatever she is. I sent her back to Peter Pan because I was just tired of her not doing anything I needed her to do. Her heals were just so slow and not very good, so I'm glad I was able to replace her with Elune. Now, obviously, my Elune does not have any skill investment, neither does my Chloe at this point, and Kang does not either. And then we got our boy Fahrenheit in the front lines, trying to guard the whole team, trying to protect and serve at the Call of Duty. So, that's pretty much my team comp. Like I said, it is a little lackluster at the moment. I really need to start building them up a little bit more. I'm still lacking on AoE, DPS, and PvP. I feel like that's kind of important. Of course, we do have Mika, but Mika isn't really there for the pure DPS. I mean, she does provide some damage, obviously, but she's really there for the constant debuffing, the bleedings, stuff like that. So that's what we're trying to really focus on. But as you can see here, the team is just constantly pushing me back. There's not really much I can do to get to that back line at the moment, except for just sit there and possibly nitpick with my Chloe's S2, or even my Eune's S1, but that's just not going to provide enough damage at this moment. What's nice about Chloe's S2, though, is I can get paralysis up to 80% chance with her S2 at skill level 1 if I use 4 souls. So I have a high chance of locking down a unit for possibly 2 turns, which would be great if it ever goes off. But the problem is I still need to take out that front line, and I got to be very careful to not attack Mika as much as possible. And sadly, my S1 for Mika is always going to make me do an AoE attack, and sometimes I'm stuck in that situation where I have to do it. I can't use her S2, and because of that, she's going to get some evades. But I guess it's okay, because if Mika's skills are the only ones that are getting disabled, then it's not all bad. Of course, Kang does a lot of work here, going in and instant killing that tank. That helps get us down to 4 people we got to take out, puts our percentages a bit closer. As you can see, I'm running out of turns though, because when you hit that 50 turn mark, you're pretty much screwed, because then it's just going to come down to a percentage win. Who has more HP total remaining for their team, they're going to win the fight. So it gets pretty crazy with how it goes down, but like I said, the finishing result, the end, the climax, if you will, was just amazing. Like, I did not expect it. Really, Kang helped a lot by killing the tank. Chloe going in with all that high damage, and again, my Chloe does not have any skill investment yet. When I start skilling up her S3 or S2, she's gonna be amazing. I'm not really too focused with Chloe's S1 like at all, because I don't need it. Because here's the crazy thing about Chloe. Chloe can actually use her skill 2 and 3 even with 0 souls. She can use all 3 of her skills no matter what your souls are at. Of course, with less souls, her S2 is going to be less effective and her S3 is going to be less effective, but they're still going to, in more situations as not, especially if you skill them up, are going to hit harder than her S1. So honestly, Chloe's one of those units I don't really have to focus on her S1 at all. I can focus solely on her S2 and her S3, use them at any time that I need to, except for the cooldown period for S3s. But outside of that, I mean, she just lets me do anything I want when I want, and I love it. And she's really going to play a major role in trying to decide who's going to win or lose this fight. And again, this fight, I was completely outclassed in this fight. A lot of their units had like skill level ups. They were all at level 60. They were all 6R, obviously. They even had a couple dupes in their Miho. They had a dupe or so in their Arslan. So I was kind of had my back against the wall slightly. Fahrenheit, I actually could not utilize him as much in this fight, because I really needed to save up those souls to try and pick apart their team slowly, because my team is not really a 1 minute man where we just go in, pump it out, and we're done. No, I had to play the marathon. I had to go in and try to outlast and slowly pick my damage until I could get just enough to hopefully overcome this fight, because they were playing a very good strat. Like I said, that Mika combo with Miho, turn 1 just completely debuffed my whole team, giving her evasion rate up crazy, makes her probably the best tank in the game with that kind of combo if you can pull it off. It's disgusting, because she's just sitting there in the front line like, oh, go ahead, trying to attack me, and then she's gonna get evade, and once she evades, or she's gonna completely disable your skills. So it's like your back is against the wall, and it gets pretty dangerous. Even if you're running an AoE heavy team against that comp, trying to take out her back row, you better take out her back row quick, because that Miho is still going to get those evades off. Thus, boom, your skills are now disabled. And if she somehow disables your whole team's skills, you're just relying on S1s. And if you're not building up your S1s, they're just going to sit there and pick you apart. So it is definitely a nasty strat that I came into here in this fight, but I think it was all worth it, and I hope you guys did enjoy. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that final moment where just the shit hits the fan, and I feel like it was just so epic that I had to just make sure that this was one of the fights that I had to upload for you guys to see. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I tried to, skip through the fight as much as possible to kind of match up with the commentary, so it wasn't such a long fight. So if you guys did enjoy, definitely go ahead and subscribe. If you guys want to see some more PvP, especially some live PvP, via streams, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know by watching the video, by liking the video, by subscribing, and join us in the Discord and description below. And I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace.